Oh, hello. Good morning, everyone. So now if my voice and my enthusiasm sounds a little low, don't be fooled. It's just early in the morning here, trying not to wake everybody up, and also trying to race and beat the sun before it comes crashing through that window and messes everything up. Excellent lighting situation over here. Very rarely. So the Trey Band down in Athens, Georgia, once again last night. We got some words about widespread panic. Obviously, it's hard to play there without getting a little mention of panic in. And then so they start the show out tonight with "If I Could See," not "If I Could, I Would." If I could see. So, all right, not a great way to start the show. One of these Trey songs that I'm not a huge fan of. We got a few of those in there tonight, but then quickly going into Wolfman's Brother. It was nice. You get a nice mixture of Fish songs in here. Trey's not an idiot. He knows a lot of people are there. They love Fish. They're there. They'd probably like to hear some Fish songs. At the very least, some familiar covers. And then, look, yeah, Trey, you get to play some of your stuff that you love. All right, so "If I Could See" would fall under the Trey Loves It category. Then Wolfman's Brother, similar to the recent one that I heard, it kind of had like a sort of a jazzy feel to it. And then Ray kind of turns it into a funky feel to it, along with the bass. And then, so I'd say that one, once again, much like with Fish, appears much like with this band, Wolfman's Brothers is kind of going to hit every time. Then we get the Greater Good. And then In Rounds off of that. I did not like that Trey album at all. Paper Wheels, In Rounds comes off of. And then this wasn't too hateful, though. It's just the skinny little legs part. Skinny little legs. Skinny little legs. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that, even if it does get stuck in my head. And then they played that "Love Is What You Are" again, but then they quickly get into "Blaze On." And if the other night I felt like the "Blaze On" didn't really blaze, this one certainly did. Trey, by the end of the song, just completely ripping that one. If the band, and they're going to play some Fish songs, obviously. Trey, very good with that one, familiar with that one, been played 2 million times over the last 5 or 6 Fish years. And then we get Halfway Home, Ether Edge. There was a time when at a Trey we got, "This is Red Rocks, this is the Edge." Now we get Ether Edge. Then we get a slow Llama. And then, if we're going to get a slow Llama, the Trey Band, good place for it. And then 46 Days, much like Blaze On. Trey kind of knows the recipe there. Although this one doesn't quite follow the same formula as the Fish version, as the one the other night did. So the first set, highlighted by mostly by the Fish songs. But then also I did like In Round, I hate to say. Even with the skinny little legs part. The Greater Good, that opener, Ether Edge. It's just kind of the vocal stylings of Trey Anastasio. So then we move over to the second set. Look at this, opening up the second set with Moma Dance. No longer the early in the show dance. This over here, this band, it gets a little special treatment. Manteca teases in there, and then Trey really kind of fell in love with that, it felt like, which, led to a nice jam. And we get our first dip into the strange with "Hey Stranger." I think we got that at least once with Fish. And one of the Mission Ballroom songs. Or maybe not. Maybe I might be wrong about that. And then "No Men in No Man's Land." So you see here the Fish songs they're playing, ones that obviously the band can handle, and that, they're not going to try to get too complicated. And then, but boy, once, just like the Blaze On, just like the 46 Days, Trey really flaming by the end of this one. I mean, just, it seemed like, all right, I guess this one's going to be kind of the off one tonight. But no, by the end, Trey was like, all right, let me do the thing. So then coming off this just flame-throwing "No Men in No Man's Land," they go into Alaska, which a lot of times I feel like is an underrated Fish song, has a nice slow build. People like these Trey solos, the little slow, quiet, peaceful ones into a build, and that's what Alaska delivers a lot of times. But this one, not necessarily with this band. I don't know what was happening there. And then Spin, had a very, very quiet, chill build. Seems like perhaps would be back-to-back songs here that could perhaps make their way onto the Fish stage. Not that they're going to. I mean, Quantegy, a song that's been around for forever. Trey quit playing it for like a decade at one point. Very cool song. Would love to hear Fish play that. They could do like a "Beneath a Sea of Stars" or something like that with it. What's the Use, maybe? So, and on the album, that's not much of a song, but live, pretty cool. All right, and then Twist, almost like a hard bluesy twist coming out of nowhere. And, what was they there? Oh, they also played it, "I Never Needed You Like This Before." I did not write it down there. It was so quick, I almost didn't get it. It was like a really fast one, under 4 minutes or something like that, 3.5 maybe. So, all right, we got the hard bluesy twist, and then Everything's Right. It's pretty much all about Ray and Trey. Ray really showing off for one of the first times of the night. And we got some solo acoustic Trey in the Encore, Snowflakes, Strange Design. more, first tube. All right, I mean, I'll be honest, I skipped through a lot of that nonsense. Then the first tube was kind of cool. You know, I can dig it, I suppose. Not. Welcome to 1987 with F Zappa 20. I feel like Quantegy hasn't been played since 1987. Now he plays it. He plays it a little bit now, I believe, actually. All right, guys. So it was the Trey Band. I thought it was a pretty cool show. Rose, what'd you think? I'll tell you what Rose thinks. That more Encore. She was like, I wouldn't let her out of the room, and then she was like, "Dude, you're gonna make me sit through first tube." Put herself out. Boom. I'm out of here. Thanks, guys. Hope you made it. Hope you watched. Hope you made it to the show. And there's another show, the 13th. I've had a few people reach out and said that show was pretty hot. I may check that out and keep your eyes open for a sweet thumbnail.